Hey everybody, remember earlier when I said that I was getting really burnt out and tired of listening to stupidity? Well, apparently I haven't had enough quite yet. So this is a video, this is a media scrum that Chrystia Freeland with a bunch of other local MPs had, and she was it here in Hamilton, unfortunately. I hate that she's even in the same city as me, but she's legally allowed to be here and talk. So we get to hear her squeaky little whiny voice again and again because guess what? She got reelected, and guess what? She's back in a cabinet position. The Minister of Transportation, oddly enough. So we're going to listen to what she has to say in response to a question, and I want you to notice the look on her face when a reporter asks or mentions Pierre-Poilievre returning to Parliament on September 15th. Now, before we get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel, and I appreciate you guys so much. So let's get into this. I'm not going to play too much of this, I promise. I know her voice is insufferable. I totally get it, but we're going to play a little bit, because she does kind of look a little bit scared of Pierre-Poilievre here. But without further ado, let's get into it, and then we'll talk about it.
Hey,
and could we maybe turn up the volume a little bit?
Stuff to hear.
Fortunately, there's a lot of activity behind us. The sign of a vibrant Hamiltonian economy, but it's...
Again, it is very hard to keep up. So she's, I believe, at City Hall in Hamilton. I think this is where she is, which is on Main Street. Now, if you've ever been to Hamilton, especially in the downtown area, Main Street is always busy. Remember during COVID when the economy tanked and a lot of people lost their jobs and there was still traffic everywhere? But according to this idiot, it's a sign of a bustling economy. Cars driving on a busy street. It's a main street in Hamilton in the middle of the day. The sign of a great economy, a booming economy. They keep saying it. Now again, if I was there, what I would say to her, say, Mrs. Freeland, with all due respect, if the economy's doing so well, why do I have to hand out over 100 resumes to get a job? I've about had enough, and she's barely even finished a sentence. So again, I'm going to try to cut my rant short. Why does she look dry, by the way? Like, what is this? And again, I know it's like, well, it's not about their looks. I get it, but it's just like, she looks dry, which is a weird way to describe someone. You know what I mean? But like, she just, I don't know, she just looks dry. Either way, let's get into this again.
It's a little hard to hear.
Let's see, is that already being done? Can you hear me better now? Still not working?
Project.
We'll go with it.
Project. We'll ask you to repeat yourself
All right,
if we
I'll
can't
put
hear
up
you.
the volume here.
Thanks.
So, Justin Chandler.
So they can't hear her, but then they immediately answer a question. Okay. You responded to them, but you can't hear them. Did you guys catch that?
Hamiltonian economy, but it's a little hard to hear.
Let's see, is that already being done? Can you hear me better now? Still not working?
Project.
We'll go with it.
Project. We'll ask you to repeat yourself
All right,
if we
I'll
can't
put
hear
up
you.
the volume here.
Thanks.
So, Justin Chandler with CBC Hamilton. I've got 2 questions for Minister Freeland.
I mean, again, maybe they did turn up the mic internally, but he sounds the same to me. I don't know. Weird thing, but I'll move on from it.
Firstly, the Prime Minister is facing off against Pierre-Poilievre for the first time in the House this fall. How does this change cabinet strategy?
We're going to keep on doing what
You
we've
hear
been...
that sound? She is. You know that she and many other liberals, you can check back in August and in early to mid-August on X, those liberals were just praying that someone would beat Pierre-Poilievre in Battle River Crowfoot, and this is why, because they know it's coming, and I believe firmly that they are terrified of it.
doing, and that is to work hard for Canada. And we're going to keep on doing... We're going to keep on doing what we've been doing. and that is to work hard for Canada and Canadians, to work hard to fulfill the promise that we made to Canadians in the election campaign, which is to build one Canadian economy, to build the strongest economy in the G7.
How's that going?
That's what Canadians elected us to do, and that's what we're going to keep on doing. And I will point...
Keep on doing? Oh my God, you should have heard her. Earlier in the interview, she'll probably say it again, but earlier in the media scrum, she said new government, this new government. They keep saying it because they know it's false, but they think that if they lie enough times, people will just start to believe it, which is often the case.
Point out the Prime Minister Carney faced off against the Conservative leader in the recent federal election, and I think he acquitted himself extremely well. I think Canadians think that too. That's why they elected him.
Yeah, that's very awkward. I'm going to end it there because I can't handle it. I know that was not a long reaction, but I can't take it. I can't take it with her. But that nervous smile, oh, Canadians have acquitted Mark Carney as well because they voted him in by 2 points. Like, hey, yeah, you guys did win, but look at what it took. Elbows up for Trump, which was, again, a slogan that apparently they hate. The NDP crashing out. And you had to have Carney replace Trudeau. You needed all three of those things to happen. Good luck with that again in another election. Good luck with the NDP doing even worse than they possibly did, although who knows with them. But good luck with keeping up on the Trump crisis, and even Abacus data is now showing, I think I have it right here actually. Did I post that? Yeah, so David Coletto says, Canadians see cost of living, housing, and healthcare as bigger threat than Trump's policies. Abacus data says 61% of Canadians say the federal government is too focused on Donald Trump instead of tackling urgent challenges at home. Yes, far too much, 26%, somewhat too much, for a total of 61%. So that thing is already fading. It just happened at the perfect time for them because it was just before the election. Now, some polls say that Mark Carney has a big lead. Some polls say it's a small lead. Abacus has shown that Pierre has a small lead, although they've also come out and said their new poll that they're releasing on Sunday is going to have the Liberals slightly leading again. But what we know for sure right now is it's close. And during a honeymoon phase, you're supposed to be way ahead, and they're not. Pierre's support is not tailed off in any way. His support is basically the same. And once those swing voters who thought it was safe again to vote for Carney because Trudeau was gone, or because they were scared of Trump, or because they did vote for the NDP in the past and now they won't because their party sucks, all those things are going to happen again? When Pierre Poilievre buries Mark Carney in Parliament, verbally of course, who are they going to replace him with? They don't have anyone else. We all knew Mark Carney was coming as of about a year or two ago. Now, that being said, we were all still hoping that Justin Trudeau was going to remain in there, although I did go back and forth on that. At first, I was like, yes, please resign. Then I was like, wait a minute, if he resigns and Carney comes in, he's more popular, that could be worse for us. So, and of course, that's what happened. And Carney got way more support than I thought. A lot more people switched over back to the Liberals than I thought they would, because they think that Canada had a Trudeau problem, but they're about to realize that we have a Liberal Party of Canada problem. That's the real problem here. And they're going to realize that. They're going to go back. And then how are you going to convince them to swing back again? You're not going to have a new leader to pull a Hail Mary and just throw him in there and replace Carney with. The Trump threat is already wavering off, I should say. Then the NDP is probably going to get some support back. What are you going to do, Liberals? Going to create a crisis? Which is, we all know what Mark Carney's plan is to do anyway. But either way, once Canadians start to figure it out, and I think that's why Chrystia Freeland looks so nervous with that nervous little smirk on her face, is because they know they're about to get exposed because they didn't do anything all summer except give military officers a raise. Okay, that's good. And that's it. And apparently immigration has slowed down, but there's no remigration going on, so there's still the same amount of people here, and there's too many people here. So they've only done half the job in 6 months. Good job, guys. Like, we're supposed to, like, you're giving us crumbs and we're supposed to be happy about it. It's absolutely insane. But like I said, I don't want to rant too long. I got the point across, I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I'll be back later with another one.